Hi, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Grouch Couch, and welcome back to our Magical College campaign. Tonight is very well possibly the finale of our little story here. If you've watched thus far, first of all, thank you so much. And please feel free to leave a like here on this video, because if it gets enough likes, I promise we'll come back and we'll do some more, all right? And share it around, all the other kinds of YouTube jibber jabber. But for now, I'm Turk, and we're gonna say back hello to the lads, and they're gonna remind us who they are and who they're playing. That's right, Fishy, hello.
Hello, lads. Hello, I'm Fishy, and I'll be playing Marrow Wilson, long before the Improv Quest times. Yes, an origin backstory about why he's so goddamn cursed.
I'm Kate, aka Proteus, and I am playing Tilly Lockwood, also known as the little deerling friend of Marrow that is going to school with him. She gonna be a chaos wizard.
Hi, I'm Ray, your backstage bard, and I am playing Professor Scoutmaster Wildthorn, a teacher at the school who, through their means, are able to try to teach a different kind of magic.
Hell yeah. And me, I am Turk. Yes, nice to meet you. Well, without further ado, I say we get into said show. Yes. Tonight, my friends, darkness creeps ever closer. You three heroes have been following a trail of cursed symbols through the school, leading you to the outside. And tonight, we delve deeper into that curse to try to figure out what's going on with Marrow, why the school is the way that it is, and, among other things, figure out the effect that Wildthorn has had on the school. That's right. So scene one tonight opens up with you three together. For the first time, I believe, a scene one opened up this way. But you three stand outside the northern wall of Brimstone's university. There is ivy-covered stones, and they're all split apart by a massive arcane symbol that is carved deep into the rock of the wall. It is the same symbol that you found beneath Sheldon's bed, and it is the very same one that has burned itself into the arm of Marrow's flesh. But as you look at it, this one is different because it is pulsing faintly like a slow, dying heartbeat. Cracks run through it, forming a jagged break in the outer ring. What do you do?
Well, I'll have to say, I'm not the faculty member here.
Oh, yes. Actually, I meant to... Wait, hold on. All right, so, Mr. Wilson, can you attempt to manifest a door?
That has nothing to do with actually casting any kind of magic. This is manifest?
Yes.
Manifest.
I want you to think about a door. Yep. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to hold out your hand and think about this symbol. Think about all the weird crap in your life. And in doing so, think of a door. Hopefully the DM will tell us if we roll.
Yes. Make me a magic roll, Marrow.
Sure.
Beat a...
Great.
Not even going to look at your thing here. You're trying to cast it on the wall. 14. What'd you get?
I got 12.
Take an adversary token, Marrow.
I will spend two of my own.
Okay.
To have him succeed this.
Okay. What do you do to help Marrow get this magic to come through?
I just want it to kind of be like, and I think as he's casting that, he probably sees like my wand like up trying to assist him, and as he takes a second to look at me, I'm gonna wink at him and break my wand in half and throw it on the ground.
When you break it in half, will you make me a grit roll?
Sure.
DC 20.
Seems like a fair number. It's a 9. There's no way.
Yeah. So all at once now, you help Marrow, and as you're manifesting something, Marrow, this black ichor just comes out of your palms and begins to just splatter all over this wall, and then you just break your wand in half, and as you do, this bright like explosion of light comes out of your wand right in your face, just like and just first of all, it disintegrates some of his black ichor and everything else happening, and you're gonna take a little bit of damage here. Your wand explodes and you're going to take a little bit of damage. But as we just read, damage in the game is a little bit narrative. And so we're actually going to push the narrative here a little bit. And you might hate it, you might like it, but you did bring potions and things, so I think everything will be all right. But as this brightness explodes, then you fail this grit roll, you're going to go a little bit blind. You're not going to be able to see very well. But I would like to remind you about your pet. Pets can see for you, if you know what I'm talking about. Yes.
Yeah. So,
yes.
But yeah. I don't want him to know that I'm injured because this is supposed to be a lesson moment, and I feel like the lesson is taken away if I'm teaching him that it can hurt him.
Okay.
Because again, I didn't think that this was going to be that bad.
Professor Wildthorn, we're over here.
Yes, I know.
Gonna pretend.
I'm aware.
So back to what's happening with Marrow, though. As this explosion happens, you hear, actually, all of you hear this. During this explosion, this ichor goes everywhere, and all of you hear this voice that Marrow has been hearing alone this whole time. All three of you hear it as this ichor touches you guys, and it says, "One seal broken. Follow the path. Follow me."
See, this is what I am talking about. Good job. I'm gonna pick up the broken wand and pretend to write in the book. I can't see, but just like
I don't like that. I am not a fan. No.
No. What? Wait, what's not to like about it?
What's not to like about voices telling me to break evil seals?
We don't know
And in
it's
this
evil.
moment, Marrow, for the first time, you realize that your friends heard the voice.
For the first time, I realized that not everybody hears voices in their head. Not everybody has like a guiding shadow helping them around every turn and corner and deep dark crevice. You know, every time you look in the mirror, it's kind of like, well, you deserve this. Like you don't have that like void of confidence.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I do have an internal monologue that it's me talking to me. And yes, I have impulse control, like, you know, when like I have to do like keep myself from stabbing myself in the hand kind of a thing when I'm dealing with a sharp object. But nothing that is very, very not my own thoughts and voice. That is a completely different entity than myself. I've never experienced that.
It's fascinating, actually. I've experienced it. Like if you pick up a sentient magical item like a sword or maybe a ring or like a cloak, and sometimes the voice is like, "Hello, hero. Together we shall fight and destroy the evil." And then sometimes you pick it up as like, "Hey, you know, it'd be really cool is if we like stole from people." Like every voice is, you know, unique. We just don't know. I don't think we know enough about this one yet to cast judgments on whether it's evil or not.
It's usually the same kind of things, like you're part of the prophecy and you'll be the one to release them. And then, you know, also like make sure the gates are unsealed. Make sure you go to magical college. You deserve all of this. Your life sucks. It's like this constant, like, keeps me well grounded.
Question then. That does not sound malicious. Has it ever told you to, like, I don't know, murder a puppy, stab a child, anything that see? No? Yeah?
No.
Yeah. So, like, it sounds like it's got your best interest at heart. Yes, it's got a creepy ass aesthetic to it, but does that necessarily mean that it in itself is bad?
I guess not. It's just like, why me?
I'll have different types of magic, right? And your magic may be more based off of whatever this thing is.
You guys look up at the wall, and you can see all of this black ichor that just came out of Marrow's body has now cut off this symbol on the wall. It's like covering it in weird places. And as you get closer, you can see that indeed the black ichor has made a doorway because it wobbles like you could go through it.
Well done, Mr. Wilson. Well done indeed.
I guess we go inside.
Tally ho.
All right.
All together. Well, first of all, Professor, you can see this.
Oh, Billy is up. Billy the beta is definitely up, just kind of floating near me at this time. I'm not saying anything about it. He's just there.
right? Do you psychically communicate with Billy the Beta?
Oh yeah, we have a telepathic communication.
Nice. What does
And
that conversation sound like?
Billy, we're trying to prove a point, and we can't look foolish. Can you help me out? I think I can do that, but I need to let you know this magic's really weird. I'm feeling a little funny. All right, just keep me informed. Let me know if anything happens.
And I feel like when you begin to see through his eyes, I don't know if these guys noticed, but the Beta's eyes on the side of his head kind of light up a little bit. There's like a little bit of a magic visual happening here, but it just subtly. You're just standing there, and then it just yeah. All right, one by one, you guys step into this ichor doorway, pushing through this nasty, and as you step to the other side, the ichor comes off of all of you, like Spider-Man symbiote style, just, and none of it is left on you guys. But as you step out, you're now on the other side of the college, the other side of the campus, like as if it went from one side to the other side. And as you step out, there is this statue. And it's like a garden statue. It's huge, and its face is all kind of rubbed off over time, so it doesn't have any real kind of features. But you can see it's pointing in two directions. And one way the statue is pointing goes into the arcane garden, and the other way goes out of the college into an old alleyway. If you remember, the voice said, "Follow."
Tilly, can I have your hand?
Of course, darling. Yes.
And we're gonna take hands, and then we're gonna go both and like touch the statue together.
Nice.
And try to like understand which way the statue is like pointing, and maybe, just maybe, me and Tilly will both hear what's like happening. But I need you to like manifest like your magical powers into me, and then we do this like magical circuit of pushing our magical powers into the statue and then receiving the magical. It's like
I think that's
we're like trying to transference of magic.
Yeah, we can do a combined roll here, Constitution kind of thing. I think Braun does work for this.
Could I mean, yes, could I, but like, you know, I'm a bit grittier of a human, like a deerling. I'm a bit grittier of a dealing. If we could do anything that I'm not really bad at.
Just roll that Braun. Let's see what happens.
All right, let's see what happens when we roll a Braun.
You got a 1. Okay, roll
Even worse.
Take an adversity token, and then you shake it off. You can roll a grit now. Go ahead. That's so funny. Hey, look at that. That's a dirty 20.
See, I told you. That's
9
that's silly
plus
for
11. It would be so funny in my head if you guys just walk up to the statue and are just rubbing all over it and nothing happens. It's so funny to me. But, of course, this isn't what happens because we're playing a game together. So you go up to the statue and you guys touch it. Thorns behind you taking notes, and as you guys touch it together, the trees above it begin to rustle, and all of these petals and leaves fall down from Tilly's magic, and then up from the ground all of this black ichor comes up, and it like they combine, and these like black vines go up and around the statue, and then they like move the arms out in the directions, and as the head turns and points, it says, "Follow, find the symbols, enchanted trees, animated plants, sentient fungi, and whispers." And then his arm goes out the other way, pointing towards the alley, and he says, "Narrow cobblestone outside the campus, once used by black market vendors, haunted by arcane echoes. Choose your direction, find the symbols." And then his arms go back in. And this is a completely different voice, by the way, Marrow. So it's not like the voice came out that's been talking to you. It's like you two together made this statue talk.
Sick.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always more comfortable in the forest, but I defer to you since that you have more experience with the symbol.
I wouldn't say experience per se, but you definitely have more experience with plants. So I think we would have better luck in the forest.
Not that anyone asked my opinion, but seeing that this is Mr. Wilson's quest, it might be better to go with Mr. Wilson's aesthetic. since, we're looking for his symbols. If this was we must find the magic forest nymphs because Miss Lockwood is getting visions from a blue fairy, then yes, I'd say the
Professor
magic
Wildthorn, we're over here.
I have my fish. My fish can see you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I can imagine the fish is looking at us, but you're just kind of you've been trailing off ever so slightly, and you're still writing down stuff.
Because I'm observing, obviously, as I write. But the point still remains that, again, that was just my own opinion. Don't know if anyone asked for it, but it's there.
Tell me about the places where you grew up. Tell me what you're used to. Did you grow up in a city or did you grow up in a forest amongst trees?
Grew up on a farmstead, peach farm.
That
Spent
sounds
a lot
lovely.
of time out on the farm, moving before we lose out on our trail. If I had to choose,
Go with your gut.
the forest. That was my first choice.
All right. And also, Tilly did not let go of Marrow's hand, so he's just been waving her around.
Nice. I love that. Okay. You three together walk past the statue and you step through an ivy-covered arch that leads into this enchanted garden. It's a quiet kind of courtyard. It seems to be hidden behind twisting stone walls and old ancient greenhouses. You guys know that this place, it was once said that the garden was planted when the school was founded, and it's kind of just been growing on its own ever since. People kind of forgot about it. And the moment that you guys enter into this place and get a second to look around, it seems like the air changes. It's warm, fragrant with strange flowers, and all these flowers are just blooming into impossible different shapes, and some are glowing and some not, and others are humming. And vines, of course, coil lazily across the stones on the ground. And there's no wind, yet the leaves are all rustling anyway, whispering to one another. But what is important of note is that there is a mossy statue of a robed wizard standing in the center of a shallow fountain. Its face is weathered beyond recognition once again, but at its base, it's just covered in just black, gross ichor, much different than the rest of this here forest.
But it looks like that's our man.
There's no symbol.
I mean, we have to look around it, shouldn't we? There's your kind of goop all around it. It might be already underneath.
That is not my goop. Okay, my goop comes from me. That goop was already here. I don't go around gooping things.
Yes, but it looks
Highly
like your
frowned
goop.
upon.
Well,
Professor, what do you think we should do?
over here, Professor.
Professor,
No,
over here.
No, let me look over here for a second. I'm curious. So, the first one was on a wall near one side of the campus. The second one sent us over here.
I would say, while Wildthorn is thinking out loud, I'm actually going to step into the fountain and kind of swish the goop around to see if the symbol is inlaid underneath the water in the base of the fountain.
Ooh,
Like in the pool part.
okay. As you swish around the water in the fountain with your hand, you look up and you actually see there was a fox just there who was drinking out of the fountain on the other side of the statue, and it runs off down a little fox trail, right after it looks at you. And then the water, you swish it around, and indeed, down in there at the very bottom of the water is another one of these symbols, much like the one previous, and it's glowing faintly.
I found it. Marrow, would you like to try and open this one as well?
Sure.
I'll do it with you.
Okay. I'm gonna step inside the fountain with Tilly. And we're gonna both take hands with the statue in between us, and then we're just gonna start manifesting magic, I guess, down through us and through our feet. We're gonna do some foot magic.
I mean, I don't wear shoes. I have hooves. So it makes sense to me.
Sorry. Foot and hoof magic.
Okay.
This time,
What are you planning to do with your feet before we decide what you're going to roll? That's what I'm curious about.
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
yes. I want to take my foot and caress the symbol while like just channeling magical energies through my foot.
I mean, last time, so here's the thing. Last time you were told to manifest a door, and it did create a door, but the voice said that it was unsealed. So if we could think about taking off like a wrapper or unsealing something, like unsealing, think about opening something up. Think of it like sand
What
in
if
the
more
water.
of like popping a
freeze.
cork and making a drain?
Oh.
Oh, like a bathtub. There we go.
Drain the fountain.
Yes.
That's cool. Yeah, you could
Drain the
use magic to
fountain.
drain the fountain. Okay, yeah, that's cool. You're manifesting something, so this would be a charm roll. Beat a 12. Tilly got a 10.
I got a 10.
You exploded.
I exploded.
Oh my god! Oh!
Jeez, I got an
You had a
18.
D4. You exploded 3 times. You ended up with an 18. Good lord. Okay.
This is literally Wild. This is Wild Thorn in the background, just shaking like he's beginning to believe.
Because now he's casting magic with not his hands, but his feet.
It's working.
Jeez. Okay, much like a cartoon, a drain pops out of nowhere and a cork and chain come out of the fountain and the water just goes away down into this drain that you've made. Where does the water go?
Well, we did it on top of the symbol.
It's magic.
Yes.
Oh, like literally like so a
Yes.
drain
Like
appears
Yeah, they were
Right on.
using this to
In-
crack the symbol.
in place of the symbol in the water. A drain appears. And it just disappears then. And water goes. And then you hear another voice. Second seal is broken. Search once more. That's what you hear.
Oh,
Maybe
wait.
we still have to go
Still have to
to
go
some
back
market.
to the creepy market.
have to.
Yeah. It's like forcing you down a path of destiny or something.
You don't have to. You made your choice. I mean, like third wall breaking, this was a choice. I have 2 bits of story written. You made a choice. Now you could follow it. You could backtrack if you want to. That's totally fine. But that's all up to you. There's no railroad in here. Whichever way you want to go.
Oh. Okay.
So that
This-
being
we didn't
said,
know.
third wall breaking real quick. Moose ears. Is it not the third symbol broken? Because the
Those are
one
the
in
fissure
Great
and-
Hall was also broken.
Yeah, there was like a
It
bunch
was
in there. that you
broken
just
but
like,
sealed.
yeah. But maybe these represent something else. They're connected, but maybe they're for something else.
All right. Well, first of all, real quick to both of you. Oh my God, y'all did it! Y'all, did you? That was so cool. That was so cool.
Let's walk and talk and do this. Because Sheldon's down there. We all realize this. Sheldon got sucked into one of these holes. I'd like to get him back, please.
I feel like
We can walk and
Mr.
talk.
Oh yeah, we can walk. Sheldon.
Sheldon.
He's
That's his name.
Take a few
Forget it.
steps forward. Not only do you now hear rustling in the bushes, possibly from a fox, but as you take a few steps forward, there are a bunch of tulips. There's a group of like these vine-covered tulips that are softly singing in a 3-part harmony. And the song is wordless.
Do I know these flowers?
No. Do you approach them?
No.
Okay.
God, no.
Miss Lockwood, I think you should. In fact, this might be your moment. If you could maybe communicate with these flowers, they might be able to tell us where to go next.
All right, let's. I don't trust flowers, but let's go for it. So I'm going to approach the tulips, and I'm going to stroke the stamens and be like, "Hello, darlings. How are you?"
Nice. This beautiful melody that they're singing. Together. As you get closer, it warps and distorts into some crazy lullaby that they start singing. It's no longer beautiful as the flowers. You step closer and Marrow's behind you, and the flowers start to turn black and just sink into the ground. And they're like, "The seals are breaking the opening. You must rush. Hurry, go!" And then one of the final tulips like opens its mouth, and like its tongue petal turns into one of the symbols and plucks off and falls to the ground.
Before it falls to the ground, can I catch it?
Yes, roll me.
In my
This
hands.
would be a brawn check.
Would this not be a
check.
flight?
This would be a flight check.
No.
You got a
Hey.
10. You succeed. You
Well, that was a brawn,
oh,
but
roll
I
flight.
succeeded. What?
Right.
Ah, damn
You
it.
gotta roll flight, baby.
Oh,
That's a 9.
For a 9. You want to spend an anniversary token?
Yeah, I'll spend an anniversary token. It's fine.
Okay.
He's believing.
Starting to believe, you reach out and you grab it. And as you reach out to grab it, your sleeve rolls up on your arm. And you see there are 3 symbols there now, not just the one.
Nice.
And the petal lands in your hand and it sinks into your skin and goes up, and now there's 4.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to take
turn Tilly around and shake her. Do you understand what this means? We have 2 symbols left.
Is it okay? Yeah. Do those hurt?
Yeah, I've never had magical tattoos before, but they're not that bad. It just kind of like stings a little bit and then tastes like black licorice for like 30 seconds. And
Totally
then,
tastes like
you get
black
this slight
licorice.
headache.
Yeah.
Can I look at them on his arm? Like, do they look like they're like festering or like burning away or anything? Like, do they look like they're?
No, it looks like his body's embracing them, and they're healing beautifully.
Okay. All right. All right. So as we're leaving the garden, I'm going to call back and be like, "Goodbye, little fox friend," because I have wild speak and I can talk to animals.
Nice. There's like a partially like covered drain tunnel. It's like covered in roots, and you see his like tail whips around, and his little nose comes out. He's like,
Goodbye.
"Bye-bye."
Oh, what a silly
Do you
little
know
fellow.
where a symbol is?
I don't understand you, friend.
Do you know where? Have you seen something with a circle and 6 triangles in it?
Yeah.
Do you know where we can find them?
Yeah.
Would you be willing to show us?
What are you gonna do for me?
How about a whole roast chicken?
Maybe we can make a deal. Let me see the chicken.
Well, I'd have to go to the Great Hall, but I assure you, once the deal is done, Tilly Lockwood never breaks the bond.
I can assist with this, Miss Lockwood. I happen to be a great cook. And
Here we go.
fuck you,
Mind you, I have no idea what they're saying because they're both speaking in Fox right now. So it's just, I imagine like squeak, 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 squeak. And then just like Professor go, squeak, 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 squeak.
somehow my druidic powers seems like the more we push Marrow, the more all of the regular 5e magic starts pushing through. So I'm picking up a bit of animal speak as my druid self underneath the current magical limitation. So I would like to cast for roast chicken.
Okay. What kind of roll, magic roll, are you gonna make here?
Oh, charm, definitely.
Charm.
I'm going to
All
just.
This will be a 10, so you could take half if you want.
I refuse to take half.
All right.
Plus, it's fun.
19.
It's a 19. So I summon a chicken, and it's got like the fixins for a fox. It's stuffed with, extra like quail and other meats, and also is like just really savory, but nothing like spicy. So like it would hurt the fox. Like it's definitely like just been really nice and roasted, it's dripping with like fat and butter off of it, and it's just like hovering in the air.
Oh,
He
wonderful.
sees-
And I'm going to, I will take it and be like, nice, juicy roast chicken.
Deal's a deal. Follow me. And he goes into the drain tunnel. Mind you, the entrance is still covered in roots. You guys are going to have to figure out
How
how.
big is the drain tunnel? Am I the only one that can fit in it?
Yes.
Good.
Perfect. Miss Lockwood, this is furthering my theory. Again, I feel like we're familiar anymore. I'm just going to start calling you Marrow and Tilly. Again, I feel like we're at that point. I've seen literally like black ichor come out of this guy. I've seen you like literally like almost fuck a painting. Like I feel like we're on a first name basis at this point.
And a door.
Yeah, and a door.
And a broom.
And a broom.
Your broom.
And my broom. Yeah, my broom.
A bed. There was.
Yeah, he's a slut. It's fine.
Oh, he wasn't there for the bed. That's fine.
No. Oh, the bed. Oh, you got a
yeah.
bed.
Oh.
See, yeah. So this is furthering my theory that again, we're all supposed to be here at this moment for this thing.
Fair enough. All right. Here I go. I'm going to scoot on I'm going to clear away the brambles and the vines, and I'm going to scooch my way into the tunnel.
Nice. And you get in there and start squooching. Meanwhile, these two stand outside the tunnel. And as you guys are standing there, you hear a hoo-hoo.
So,
And just up on one of the stone columns in the garden is a statued owl. And he goes,
Hey,
you know,
Carl.
last year someone ate a glowing mushroom in here and vanished for 3 days. Just saying.
Thanks, Carl.
I'm not Carl. I'm Basil.
Oh, okay. So someone actually named you. See, no one had named Carl before, so I just assumed all of you didn't have names. So, hey, Basil. How long you been over here in this part of the castle?
Well, since it was made, the garden.
And has the glowing mushrooms been here the whole time?
Wedding season. If you're looking for secrets, they tend to hide underground.
Underground. Yes. Miss Lockwood's looking over here for a symbol. Then we got one more symbol. They're kind of like circles, triangles. Are we alluding to the fact that maybe underneath the ground, maybe like, eat a mushroom?
Would you like another chicken?
I'm good. Thank you, by the way, for assisting with that meta magic there. I know that was kind of a weird telepathical thing you're probably not used to. So good on you.
All right, we
see, children. You can. I keep saying children. No, call it. God, this is so hard. Get me out of fucking teacher mode. I hate this shit. Ugh.
We cut back to Tilly.
Moose mode. Moose mode, real quick. To be fair, I call all of my roller derby people babies, and they are all older than me.
Nice.
It's like can I call you babies? Can I call you children?
Yes.
Cutting back to you now. You follow the fox down the hole, and as you're following, the soft wind through the garden, it quiets. The singing plants hush, and a gentle rustling sound kind of catches your ear. And up ahead, at the end of the tunnel, one of the foxes looks like it's standing next to a statue. And on the statue, it's got a broken paw and a lopsided grin, the statue does. It, shimmers faintly. And then the statue itself moves. It turns its stone head towards you and tilts it curiously. Then the statue itself hops forward, not with legs, but with kind of like a magical jerk, like gravity forgot how to hold it,
Fox friend, is this the way I'm supposed to go?
Yeah, he knows the way. I'll be behind you.
All right. Well, if you treat me well, there's another chicken in it for you.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to start following the statue then.
Cool. The statue continues hopping. It leaps over a patch of tall grass as you guys escape out of the tunnel. And the grass, it almost parts like a curtain. And it reveals the roots of a tree, an animal path. Half tunnel, half burrow, just large enough for you, someone young, small, and very curious to fit through. Eventually, the path opens into a round, low chamber. And at its center lies a stone pedestal, overgrown with ivy. And etched into the stone floor, around this pedestal, is the symbol. Probably the largest one you have seen thus far.
All right. I'm going to sit in front of the symbol for just a moment.
Nice.
And I'm going to reach out and touch it. And I'm going to say, I don't trust you.
As you touch it, you hear a voice. Not a deep, dark voice in your head, the real voice out here in the real world. A young person's voice. Someone was there, but you didn't see them this whole time. But as they speak, all of a sudden, you see them. They say, I didn't want to draw it. It made me draw it. It showed me what I had to draw. And as you turn, Sheldon is standing right there. His hand cut open, but it's not quite Sheldon. His eyes are glassy, unfocused, and his voice almost sounds like two people speaking at once.
Sheldon, we've been looking all over for you.
It used my hand, my dreams. It needed someone no one would watch, someone who would vanish when anyone looked away from them. And then he reaches forward towards the symbol, but he stops. His hand twitches violently as if he's fighting his own hands.
I'm going to catch his hand.
Nice. You grab it.
I think you've done enough.
Please, I didn't mean to let it in.
You just stay with me, okay? Stay, darling. We have been frightfully worried. What happened in the Great Hall when you went to the Great Hall? What happened?
Yeah, the symbol, the ones that I painted.
It was everywhere.
Yes, a trap.
And for who?
Well, for you.
Why me?
Well, you and Marrow.
But what is the purpose? Do you know?
Yeah, it made me do it.
So tell me.
What?
What does it want us for?
I don't know.
But you said you did know.
Well, I knew what it was for. It was a trap. It made me set the trap. It wanted me. It asked me. I didn't mean to say yes.
All right. And it made you draw this one.
Yes.
But I'm supposed to unlock it.
I don't know. There are more.
Would you be willing to show us where and lead us to them?
Yes. But
All right.
I need to sit. And he sits down on the ground, and you can see he's just in a complete daze. He's messed up, Sheldon is. And as you look at him, you look around, you can see all the foxes. There's statues of foxes, moving statues. There's all these other foxes. They're all surrounding this area. It's as if Sheldon came in here, messed them up, and you think maybe the foxes were using you to help clean up their fox den. You know what I mean? So they're all looking at you.
All right. Well, first things first, we're going to activate magic mode, first of all, because it's darker than it should be. So I'm going to alight some lights within my horns.
Nice. Oh, I see that. Very cool. I don't know how well that'll come up on green screen, but that's very cool. Yeah, there you go.
Shows up just a little. But I'm going to very abruptly put my hand directly on the symbol.
Nice. The symbol
and with
flares
grit.
as you touch it. You could roll something, but first,
Yeah.
as you touch
go
it,
ahead.
a vision slams into your mind. It's a furnace, a huge furnace. But now the front of it looks like it's about to crack and open. Inside of it, not fire, but a shape, something bound in chains, smiling, watching, waiting. And then the vision disappears.
Want? And I'm going to essentially go, unlock, you son of a bitch, and I'm going to roll magic and grit at the same time.
Cool. All right. By yourself, without Marrow, you can do this, but it's going to be a DC of a 20. I don't know if you have adversary
14.
tokens. Yeah. If you have 6 tokens, you can get there.
I have 5.
This is nearly impossible. You have 5. You can call out for your friends. You didn't actually go very far. You were on your hands and your knees, but that's up to you.
Professor,
Yes.
can you hear me? I know I'm a
Yes.
little ways off. I found the symbol and Sheldon.
Oh, how wonderful. Well, we should get there immediately.
I don't think you'll fit through the hole, but
That's not a problem. Just give us a second. We'll be right there.
Yeah.
okay.
And I'll wave and do a charm roll over me and Marrow, because I taught Marrow how to get small. You know, he's cast it multiple times. I taught it to him. So just, Mr. Wilson, you remember this? Very easy. Small.
DC 4.
Yes. Small. I rolled a 19.
Nice. It looks like
Expert at small.
hell yeah. Yeah, well, both of you guys succeed. And you get real tiny.
Walk in.
Nice.
Walk.
Casually.
I guess we'll kind of sprint. Seemed like she was in a bit of a state. I guess we should hurry, Mr. Wilson.
Nice. You guys
Take
get
a
down.
left at the.
You
Take a left at the fork.
running through the
Okay.
tunnel. As you're running through, this huge fox to you, it's not actually just normal size, sees you and whips its tail magically. At least gold dust comes off of it and then runs. And you guys run and follow this thing. And as you emerge on the other side, you see Sheldon sitting with Tilly. Both of them now, eyes glossed over, touching the symbol.
Professor, who's that?
That's Sheldon.
That's
That's our
Sheldon?
roommate.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't quite.
We have a roommate?
Yeah, you have a roommate.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
This is part of the mystery, and I know that he exists because I've written it down multiple times. Okay,
But do
Sheldon,
you forget about him too?
Absolutely. I have to consistently look at my class seating chart. Absolutely, it is the strangest bit of magic I've ever encountered in my life. But apparently very important to the story, because it looks like, Sheldon, did you bleed out this symbol?
Yeah, it made me.
Okay, well, first of all, and I'll reach into my robe, pull out one of the potions of healing, uncork it, hand it to him. Drink that up,
I
buddy.
said-
Come on.
I stand by. If he took it rectally, it would work faster.
No,
Sheldon
we've already
drinks the potion, and the big old gash on his hand just heals magically, and you can see some color returning to his skin, and he's like, oh, it's so much better. Professor Thorne, I didn't want to do it. I promise. But I didn't use a wand. Not even once.
No, you're good. Fantastic. Okay. And you didn't want to do it. What was the it? Just the drawing of the symbol?
Yes, it used me.
Okay, this is the first. Okay, so this is the first, I will say, instance we have where physical harm has happened to somebody else. So throwing that in as a variable here. Now, did it do this out of desperation, or is Sheldon's blood part of it?
I still have my hand on the symbol at this point. 1, I'm having a little trouble unsealing, but 2, I saw the furnace, and there's something in it, smiling.
Well, yes,
menacingly.
Menacingly. You had to put menacingly behind it.
Are you sure it was menacingly?
Yeah, it's like that's the
There's
question.
no other descriptor.
Could just be like happy, just being like, woohoo, finally, about to go.
Who's happy being chained up in a furnace?
Someone.
I know some fire elementals from back in my day that would most certainly prefer to have it that way.
To be chained?
And a few dragons.
I mean, don't yuck
Look,
someone else's yum. Yeah. On God. Like, I thought you wouldn't kink shame Miss Lockwood, considering your proclivities.
I don't think it's a kink. I'm not entirely sure that
that's
it's
where you
a
draw
kink.
the line.
I guess.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm into a little bit of wax play and fire play and getting burnt a little. I'm always into a little bit of fun. But this didn't seem like that sort of vibe, if you know what I'm saying. I'm kind of an expert in it.
Yeah.
I lost my virginity at 14 to a wooden nymph that was shaped like a sea cucumber.
What?
There's so many questions I want to ask in this situation, but I'm also.
I don't think you can legally ask those questions.
No, I know, right?
Yeah, I think that goes against bum standard policy, and like even questionable for me, a student, to ask.
Yeah,
I think we're losing track of what we're supposed to be doing here.
I'm sorry. The
point is, the smile wasn't the vibe.
Well, it feels like we've already kind of started this journey. Again, it seems like this is all kind of going somewhere outside of our control. Mr. Wilson, if I told you right now, we're leaving, would you all of a sudden start violently shaking as if like we were to pull you away, bad things could happen? Are we past that point of no return? I feel like we're past that point of no return.
I don't feel like that's something I really have an option in, but I am very drawn to the statues in here.
Hold on.
And the foxes.
You notice in the fox thing too? Like the peaches and the foxes. Like that's just, it keeps popping up.
Tilly, you want to try something?
Yes, but I would definitely need Professor Scoutmaster Wildthorn's help for this, because I don't think I'm quite as adept as
Okay, what would you need? What do you need from me? And please, we're gonna, for the love of God, Professor is so dumb. I think Scoutmaster Wildthorn is enough. I think that's enough.
All right, well, I'd like to make a portal.
Okay.
Portal? Is that what you?
Yeah.
I don't think, Tilly, I don't think making a portal is what we need right now. I think we kind of need to figure out.
No, let him cook. Let her cook. What do you got?
I would like to make a portal to Marrow's burnt down farmstead.
Ooh, I like this. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, backstory. Here for it.
I just would like to see what happens if we take Marrow away from the situation. I'd like to keep the portal up so we can push him through, and then if he does start
kind of like a like an arcane gate type of situation. I've read about this. Okay. Okay, this is going to be some extensive magic property. Let's see if I do.
So you have to make a portal, which is magic you've never done before, to a location you have never been before. So this is not going to be
Here's
easy.
what I'm going to do.
This is huge.
Miss Lockwood, we're about to do some, what I like to call, bootleg magic. All right, so I need everyone's help here. All right, and this uniform is driving me insane. Oh, God.
You have those?
Oh, yeah. I hate this uniform. Trust me, I disappeared for so long because I was looking for like Scoutmaster's like actual like underneath. I can't find it. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know like where in this house. I went upstairs, I went downstairs. I have no idea where my fucking clothes are for Scoutmaster. But either way. Sorry, sidebar. I was really upset I couldn't find that. But anyway, so we're going to do some bootleg magic here. Okay. So, Mr. Wilson, I'm going to need you to stand right here in the middle here. We're going to put you right here. And I want you to go ahead and close your eyes and think of home. Go ahead and start thinking of home. That's your whole job, Mr. Wilson, just to think of your home. Vision it, think about it, put yourself there mentally. Okay, so that's step number one. Step two, did we want to go ahead and crack this fifth symbol and then leave the sixth one and then do the home thing? Or are we trying to leave a buffer of 2 symbols before we do the go home thing? What do you think, Miss Lockwood?
I'd like a buffer of 2, honestly.
Buffer of 2? Okay, fine, fair enough. Okay. Oh, Lord. All right. So what I need you to do, Miss Lockwood, is think of a tree. Try to grab hold of Mr. Wilson and think of a tree from his childhood, because we're going to try, because I'm going to use my magic. And basically what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up a portal from tree to tree, and that's going to be our way to his childhood, to his home, is going to be a portal through a tree. This is based off of D&D 5e, tree striding, for those of you who are keeping track at home.
What about Sheldon?
Sheldon?
I'd better not lose him again.
No, in fact,
The
Sheldon,
foxes gather around you, Tilly, and you can tell that they're ready to be commanded by you, for you, like, almost saved their den.
Can you keep him safe?
He's like, we can take him back?
Will you remember him when you cannot see him?
That's a good point. Yeah. Do foxes? I think foxes have really good memory, don't they? Maybe the foxes are the only things that ever did remember Sheldon. And they're like, yeah.
it's all connected.
And they pick him up and they're like, just like a pack of foxes. He's just like riding on them, like messed up.
Keep him hydrated, please. But thank you.
Sheldon, take care. You definitely get a passing grade this semester and high recommendations to whatever special elective you want to take next year.
You say that, you look, and there's just a pack of foxes, and you're like, who was I just talking to?
Anyway, somehow Tilly is the only one who fully remembers him at all times for some reason.
Yeah.
Tilly's traumatized by the idea that she forgot him the one time and has since burnt that into her mind that she can't forget him.
Nice.
It traumatized her the first time, even knowing that she forgot something.
All right.
What's the plan?
So yeah, I'm going to cast a magic roll to try to grow a tree, and I want to kind of have this tree connect with the tree in Miss Lockwood's mind, and I want all of both mine and her magic with the memory from Marrow. Like, we're using all of these 3 components to hopefully make it a more manageable DC, at least, if anything.
Right. So we're trying to travel together. So this is going to be a flight check. And what we can do is we can do a combined roll. And you guys are doing something huge right now. So you're going to have to just beat a DC 20. But I'll actually make it a 19 since it's dealing with trees. And that's good for Scoutmaster and for Tilly. This is kind of something you guys are familiar with.
And flight is my worst category.
19. Oh, you exploded a lot. 3 times you exploded. 4 times, actually.
I don't do... flight is my terrible dice, but here we go, guys. We did it, gamers.
You got a 21 by yourself. Okay, so describe what happens as this portal opens. I'll take it over once you guys go through.
I would imagine very much like D&D, the tree, all of a sudden this tree grows, a very, very tall tree that... Strangely enough, as we're in still, like we were in the arcane garden area, now we're kind of in like this weird, like, I guess, sequestered space that's off to the side.
You grow it in the center. I will allow this to be the spell that breaks the seal if you grow it, if you want to.
I think unintentionally, sure, it would break this seal because the roots would just crack down and it would grow up and kind of almost break out this wall, maybe where like the garden was, maybe to kind of bring the nature in.
Nice.
It's a James and the Giant peach tree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so that tree forms, and from it, it kind of rips kind of at the base of it. And on the other side would be whatever you would say his childhood home looks like currently.
Okay. You 3 step through this temporal portal through these trees. and instantly are transported to this completely different, humid area. The air's heavy and tough and thick, and as you step through it, you see Marrow's childhood home, literally the same looking as he last seen it. Charred, black ruins, fields of wheat and peaches that have just been burnt to nothingness, and just stables that are burnt to the ground.
How
Instinctively,
long
a long time. Instinctively, Marrow starts rushing in a direction, and you guys look up and you can see these heavy clouds all over this whole area, like as if they've always been there. And Marrow, you run all the way around the farm and up this hill to the tree where your mother had passed, the same peach tree you always see in your vision, thinking you're going to get to see it again, like you're feeding into your own hatred and your own depression. You want to see it because you want to cry, because you want to just feed it. And as you get to the top of the hill, not how I pictured this reveal at all. As you get to the top of the hill, your mother's peach tree is gone.
Like gone, never been there gone? Or like gone, gigantic crater in the ground gone?
Second one.
Dude, someone stole my dead mom.
Interesting. Now
No, that's not interesting, Professor. This is a dick move.
It is a dick move. Let's call it. I agree with you there. It's a dick move, but why would someone steal a burnt dead tree? That's what's interesting. Oh fuck!
Why would you even steal a tree? Burnt dead tree. If you were going to steal a tree, why would you even want a tree? It makes no sense. Like it's not like you had any attachments to the tree. It's not like.
Can I touch the ground where the tree was and ask the ground, where are you?
Sure. I wish we had nature magic straight up, but you can make a charm roll. Need difficulty 12 magic here.
Oh, I clicked wrong. My bad.
Ooh, I have an idea as well.
Ignore the first one.
Ooh, very good. That is a 12. That's perfect. So as you touch the ground, it speaks to you through nature, and you get a vision of where this tree is. And you think odd for a second because you see You see Brimstone's University of Mystic. And then you see the enchanted garden you were just in. And on the other side, it looks like you almost see a burnt tree. And then the vision fades.
Like the tree we summoned is that tree?
No, further.
Okay. It's at the school.
What?
So you guys brought me all the way here to find out what we're looking for. Is all the way back at the school?
I mean, yeah, we can just go back through the tree. That should still be there. That's fine.
Yeah, no, it's an open doorway. Don't worry.
Yeah, like we made a door. It's fine.
Don't you know how tree magic works?
I don't either. We're all making this up as we go at this point. That's kind of what I'm figuring out at this given point, and I don't know if y'all would agree with me, but yeah, this has gotten past the realm of just weird. Like I don't even. So why would they steal the tree?
Let's.
All right.
Well, Professor Thorne's like freaking out, having his weird existential crisis. Marrow's gonna start running back towards the tree portal.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going.
Following.
Nice. You guys hop back into the tree portal and land back where that big seal was on the ground, on the cobble in this garden. And the seal has slowly started to disappear. You look at your arm, Marrow, and you can see that's the fifth one on your arm. And you're back here in the garden.
I would like to.
And there is, what I will say is there is a pathway that leads out of the fox's den. And then there's the hole you came from.
Right. So I figured we would just we'd be back in the garden area at this point. And I will kind of, again, you see you Scoutmaster kind of go down for a second and come and just, it's almost like I'm like bowing over and over again on the ground, like in some type of like rhythm. And just finally, I'm kind of just somehow trying to get into like this headspace to ask the school where this tree is. And I can get an honest answer from you by spending one adversity token.
Well, I saw where it was, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I could just lead us there.
It's from the school. You see a vision of green flame. Fuck, it's green flame. And it's rushing up the pathway in the garden, continuing on north.
All right. I think we should go this way because, again, the school changes direction a lot, and where you may have seen it in your vision, it may have moved. So this way we might get a more direct path.
Nice.
I don't do this often, but sometimes you gotta pay respect to the institutions.
You walk up the cobble as the forest around you continues to grow and sing and move and die. As you walk up this pathway, it leads you to this large archway. It sits at the farthest edge of the garden. It's almost sunken behind tangled roots and thorn bush. And as you approach, you can see magically on this archway, there are 6 of these little glowing symbols, just like the ones on Marrow's arm. And next to the large archway, there's this huge obsidian stone, sealed with the largest version of the symbol yet. As Marrow steps near, your curse marks pulse, and the roots on the archway begin to move.
A vibe. Well, Mr. Wilson,
Obsidian stone.
you might be ready to get some answers here. Are you ready for what is ahead of us?
I think I was born for this.
I think so too, unfortunately. Well, whatever happens to both of you, we're getting into some weird mumbo jumbo stuff, but whatever happens, I hope I at least made you think about some stuff.
And I want to walk over to the obsidian stone with the seal on it. I'm just going to place my hand over it and close my eyes. And the magic I want to try and cast, channeling Tilly and both Scoutmaster Professor Wildthorn's druidic nature powers. I want to try and magically crack the seal by having roots grow from the inside of the stone outward.
Cool. Make me a grit magic roll.
Grit.
Beat a 6.
I rolled a 4.
Is
I'm awful.
Is whatever about to happen, would you say it could hurt Marrow in any way if they were to fail?
Yes.
Cool. Then I will assist and add a 10.
Nice. Not roots, vines, but black ichor comes out of this thing like tentacles and breaks it. And then it burns a little bit as the last one goes on your arm. And they all begin to glow, the same glow that is on the archway.
Are you dead?
I don't feel dead.
Cool.
He's not dead.
Then we've
Would
already...
you like to walk through the archway?
I'm not loving it.
Maybe we all hold hands as we go.
Still sealed. You open the door.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
going to
scared
open the
too.
Yeah, we're scared too.
Don't pressure us, God. It's a big decision.
I think you guys are thinking about it too much. All right, fine. We'll open the archway door.
Our powers combined. It's like
Captain Planet!
We're involved. You reach out and you touch it, and a voice goes into all 3 of your heads. Why not? It says, "So close. One more step. Come to the fire, child of ash." And you touch it, and the symbols light up on your arm and on the doorway, and it opens. And as you look past these roots, you see it. It's a peach tree, large, huge, burnt to crisp, like charcoal. As you step into this area, you can see now a doorway has been carved into this peach tree, right at the base.
oh,
No.
And it is your mother's peach tree.
What the
child of ash, burnt down house, fire ferret pet. Are we seeing the parallels, people?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not crazy.
I'm going to take Marrow's hand. I'm going to hold Marrow's hand and look up at him and just squeeze knowingly that this is fucked up.
Tilly, I'm scared.
You're rightfully so, but I'll go with you.
You understand customs of our land. Most family burials are planted with trees.
And sacred. And it's sacrilege to dig them up or move them.
But why is there a door in my mother's tree?
I don't rightly know, but I'm willing to find out with you if that is what you want.
Agreed.
Guess we all find out together then.
Here's the thing.
Let's go.
we're in this together. I'll be by you guys' side to the end.
Yeah, the 300-year-old can't get blamed for 2 student deaths. Ha ha!
Yeah,
You're liable and stuck with us, bitch.
yeah, but at the same time, like I have tenure basically right now, so it's fine. All right, so let's do this.
You guys step forward to go down the entrance of the peace tree and go underground finally. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Tune in next week for the finale.
How dare you?